Mitchell Robinson just commented on his future with the Knicks, and you're not going to believe what he said. We also have an unfortunate update about Mitchell Robinson when it comes to back-to-backs this season. We're going to break down all of these latest reports today. This episode is presented by FanDuel. If you're enjoying the content, please hit that subscribe button and have notifications turned on so you don't miss any new content. And now, let's get started. Mitchell Robinson comments on his future. Mitchell Robinson and his contract extension has been one of the main topics of discussion for New York this offseason. But now we're in training camp, and that extension for Mitchell Robinson doesn't look like it's coming, at least right now. So what does that mean for Mitchell Robinson and his future with the Knicks? Well, let's hear it from the man himself. Roll it. Mitchell Robinson says a few things in today's press conference. We're going to break down what he says about his immediate future and also his future as a starter for the Knicks. Let's go ahead and talk about first what he says about his future in terms of his contract extension and staying with the Knicks long term. He spoke about that in today's press conference. Shout out to Knicks videos on the app X for giving us this following information. Robinson was asked the following question. I'll go ahead and play his response, but it's kind of hard to hear the reporter's question, so I want to read it aloud first. Mitchell Robinson is asked about his future with the Knicks since he is on an expiring deal. And here's what Robinson had to say.
But you obviously are on an expiring deal now.
Yeah.
What's that like? Is it added pressure for you, or how do you approach that situation?
I'm gonna come out here and play hard still, regardless. If it's my last, if it's the first, just come out here and play hard. But at the same time, I'm also gonna let my agent handle that part of it. I'm just right. Basketball.
Do you expect anything to get done before, or do you expect to hit free agency?
My agent will handle that. I learned well, didn't I?
Yeah. I was thinking that. So as you can see there, Mitchell Robinson speaking about his future with the New York Knicks. What's going to happen in the future? Is he going to stay with the team? Is he going to leave New York? Is he going to become an unrestricted free agent? It's anybody's guess at this point. But Mitchell Robinson, according to him, he's not worried about that. He pays an agent, and his agent's job is to handle that business, handle that money. So that's what his agent is going to do. But for Mitchell Robinson, he's not worried about that. All he's thinking about right now is New York, the Knicks, this upcoming season, playing for new head coach Mike Brown, making an impact and making sure this Knicks team gets back to the Eastern Conference Finals, but even more than that, gets to the NBA Finals. That was the goal last season, and that is absolutely still the goal this season. But what about his immediate future as a starter for this team? Or potentially, could he come off the bench? Well, Mitchell Robinson, he also answered that following question too. In his media session today, a reporter asked him, does he mind coming off the bench? Does he mind starting? What does he prefer? And this is what he had to say about that.
Last year, the injury costing you the starting year. It seemed like Tom worked you in, and then starting by the end of the playoffs. Does that matter to you if you start, come off the bench?
Nah, that don't matter to me at all. I started before, I came off the bench before, I did great in both. So, it's whatever.
Last year, the injury
You know,
costing you the starting
pause that.
year. It seemed like Tom.
You know, I can't disagree with Mitchell Robinson here. If he starts, he's absolutely going to have an impact. We've seen it before. And what happens when Mitchell Robinson starts? He helps the New York Knicks get more offensive rebounds, more second chance opportunities, and more times than not, we get off to better starts when Mitchell Robinson is starting. That additional size, it helps New York. It also helps not to have Karl Anthony Towns play the 5 on defense starting off the game. Having an anchor like Mitchell Robinson there, it is so clutch for New York. But whether Mitchell Robinson starts or he comes off the bench, he's probably going to play the exact same amount of minutes, 24, 25 minutes, and maybe some nights even less than that, which I hope we can give him, because even though I want to see Mitchell Robinson start, I also understand it's the long game with Mitchell Robinson. We have to preserve him for the postseason because that's when we need him the most. That's when we need him to go off, to be the Mitchell Robinson that blocks shots, gets so many offensive rebounds, put back dunks, and does everything else that the Knicks need him to do. We need him fully healthy in order to do that. So pacing Mitchell Robinson throughout this season, I am okay with that, fully in support with that. And if that's exactly what Mike Brown wants to do, you will not see me cause any issues or cause any fuss about that. However, speaking about Mitchell Robinson and his future, when we're talking about him playing or even starting or coming off the bench, we also have to consider one thing. Is Mitchell Robinson good enough, healthy enough at this point in time to play back-to-backs for New York? Because that's going to be a conversation later on this season. But thankfully, we already have the answer to that question. And unfortunately, it's not good news. Shout out to NBA Insider with the New York Daily News, Kristen Winfield, for giving us this following information. As you can see here, Mitchell Robinson said the following. He said he was not sure about playing back-to-backs, and he'll let the medical staff handle that. So already, I'm concerned. That doesn't mean he's injured or dealing with injuries, but perhaps, like I was speaking about earlier, for New York to preserve Mitchell Robinson, maybe this is one of the sacrifices they need to make. And one of those sacrifices is Robinson not playing back-to-backs. Winfield also mentioned the following about what Robinson had to say on Mike Brown's new offense. According to Robinson, he's putting in a lot of new things that I've never seen before. Robinson saying that is huge. He has been in the league for a number of years. If Brown is showing him things that he's never seen before, that can only mean good things for New York, including for Mitchell Robinson. But going back to the biggest update that we have here from Winfield, Mitchell Robinson and him not playing back-to-backs. Honestly, when I read that, that was pretty devastating. I didn't want to hear that because having Mitchell Robinson as part of back-to-backs, we need that. He's part of the team. We need that impact. But if you think about long-term, what is more important? Him playing back-to-backs or him being fully healthy come the postseason? I want a fully healthy Mitchell Robinson. If I can get that by the postseason, and all I have to do is have him miss a couple of back-to-backs, I don't mind doing that. Give that opportunity to Ariel Hukporti. He showed last season, if necessary, he can step up and he can be ready for the moment. And this season, I think the same thing is true. The only difference is he has another year of experience under his belt. That means he's only going to look better even more than he did last season. And honestly, I can't wait to see that. I'm even hyped to see that. But under Brown, we know different players are going to get opportunities because Brown is going to play the matchups. But more than that, he's going to utilize the roster that he has. Oh, we don't have Mitchell Robinson? We're not going to put Yabusele at the 5 when we have a healthy Hukporti standing there, waiting to be utilized. That's what I love about Brown. He's going to do what's best for the team, what's best for the matchup by playing the matchup. We need size at the 5 spot. So what are you going to do? You're going to put in the rookie. Well, not a rookie anymore. You're going to put in the sophomore, Ariel Hukporti, and see what he can do. I am okay with doing that if we're protecting Mitch and making sure he's healthy. And as we heard about his future, he may not be sure of what's going to happen moving forward, but he knows he's a Knick for this season. He is locked in, and he is focused on making an impact for this year. He wants to help New York get back to the postseason. And honestly, he doesn't sound like he's holding any grudge, any animosity. It sounds like he's hype and motivated to start the season for New York. And the contract situation, I fully believe that he believes it will work itself out. And hopefully it does. Hopefully he resigns with New York. But as we already know, for that to happen, he's going to have to take a significant pay cut, or New York is going to have to make a trade to free up cap space in order to sign him to the contract that he probably wants. And shout out to channel sponsor FanDuel, America's #1 sports book, for giving us this updated information and these latest odds on how many wins the Knicks are going to have this season. And as you can see, Vegas has them at 53.5. That's higher than they were a couple of weeks ago because they were at 52.5. Their over at 53.5 is at -104. And their under for 53.5 is at -118. Clearly, FanDuel believes the Knicks will absolutely hit this mark and potentially exceed this win count. And I am here for all of it. And you gotta imagine, Mitchell Robinson starting probably has a lot to do with that win total, because we understand it. When Robinson is in the game, the sheer dominance that New York has on the boards, on defense, blocking shots, putting that fear in the opposing player. I could go on forever when it comes to Mitchell Robinson and his impact for this team. But this year, we need to see it on full display. We need to see everything. We need to see his free throws get better. We need to see him more offensive-minded. We need to see that defense get elevated another notch. Because if he can do that, if he can take his game to the next level, I can almost guarantee he is going to get paid. Whether that's by the Knicks or another team, that's anybody's guess. But he is going to get paid if he takes his game to the next level. But what about you guys? What do you think about Mitchell Robinson potentially not being able to play back-to-backs, and also not caring if he's a starter or a bench player? Let me know how you feel about that in the comment section below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.